A lot of parents are extremely supportive of their kids. And when I told my mom that I was quitting my finance job to live out of my car and travel around the US to make videos, she fucking hated me. So this is my mom. If you know anything about Asian moms, a bit explosive, but let me tell you how my mom went from absolutely hating my guts to being super loving and supportive.
I love you, honey.
So when I was 14, I complained about how I had to walk home 3 miles. You know the stories where your parents tell you about how they ended up walking to school, being some crazy voyage?
When I went to school, I walked 20 miles uphill, both ways, 26 hours a day, on 1 foot.
At 14, my mom escaped from central Vietnam, and the rest of the boat was actually filled with middle-aged fishermen. Imagine 2 young Vietnamese girls with a bunch of 30 to 50-year-old men. Yeah. While escaping the country, my mom actually witnessed other boats being gunned down and seeing her own people die. It was pretty freaking intense. She lived on the boat for about 4 months and finally ended up in Hong Kong.
These boat people gave up everything to reach Hong Kong.
She ended up in a camp there for 4 years and waited until she could get sponsored to the US by herself. In the US, she actually ended up in Colorado. And you're probably wondering, how does this story relate to walking home from school? Well, the thing is, Vietnam is really hot. My mom had never seen snow before. She had only read about it in textbooks. So every day, she'd have to walk over an hour to school and back in the snow. Because she didn't have proper shoes, she would always slip and fall.
Oops.
Keep in mind, my mom is a 4'11" Vietnamese woman. It just makes me laugh thinking about her falling on the ground. I swear I'm not that mean. Fast forward to her raising me. She kind of hated me growing up. I didn't have very good grades. And we know how Asian moms deal with kids that have bad grades. Every time I see a bamboo plant or a broomstick, I get PTSD. On a much more serious note though, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression growing up. My relationship with my mom actually completely fell apart. We didn't talk for almost 2 years after my dad passed. I was in community college. I felt sad. I felt lost. But when I transferred to UCLA, that's when our relationship started getting a little better. Fast forward through me traveling the world and getting my job in finance, my mom and I got really close. This is gonna be insane. I told my mom about my drug usage, told my mom about my sex life. She was not very happy when I quit my job to go live in my car. In 11 months now, she kind of misses me. I think the distance has really made her appreciate me and my brother. As I've gotten closer with my mom, I've decided to try to open up to her more. I actually opened up to my mom about my anxiety attack.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Talk to me about what?
I was just saying, like, I'm doing very well now. But I had my first anxiety attack in like 8 years.
Con nói gì mày chả hiểu. What?
I said I had my first anxiety attack in like 8 years.
When is your 8 years? When you 8 years old?
No, like, do you know what an anxiety attack is, Mom?
How? No. Con nói cái gì đi?
I don't even know how to say it in Vietnamese. It's like, I had a panic attack.
A panic attack? What does that mean, con?
Imagine like you're so stressed and everything is like going down on you right now and you feel like you can't do anything. You feel so stressed. Thank you for talking with me and thank you for supporting me from when I was a
Okay,
kid
con
to
từ.
now.
Con từ, I love you, but mỗi lần mà con bị cái gì á, con depressed hay gì, you should call me nha con. Call me or call Timothy.
But yeah, for my mom to even have that conversation with me and try to understand, it means a lot for 3 reasons. 1, Asian parents don't generally understand mental health because it's not part of their culture. 2, it really shows how much my mom and I have grown in our relationship and as individuals. 3, I felt like she really supported and cared for me, and I don't really get to hear that very often. I don't vocalize often what my needs are, and I forget that she's always here for me. The craziest thing is my friends tell me all the time that their parents tell them to just stop being sad. Yes, because telling a depressed person to stop being sad works 100% of the time. But what was crazier was hearing my mom open up about her traumas for the first time.
I don't show it to you, but I am so sad because when Dad died, you know, Dad cũng sad nhưng mà.
Alright guys, just got to the airport. I put 2 masks on, so it's really hard to see right now.
With both of her boys moved out and my dad gone, no one's gonna be there for her on Mother's Day. She's actually gonna be spending it alone. I had to change that. So, I booked a flight from New York City all the way to California to surprise her for Mother's Day. And when I finally landed in California, she was in Portland. So I waited for 3 days. So right now my mom has no idea. One of our tenants is actually gonna pick her up from the airport, and I'm gonna hide in the back seat of the car. When she gets into the car, I'm gonna surprise her. I hope I don't give her a heart attack. All right, let's go grab mom.
How's the weather over here? Oh, it's rain? When? A couple days ago?
Just real lightly.
Come on.
Oh my god! Scary! I couldn't even hit him!
I was in New York?
Yeah! Oh my god! I love it! Oh my god, it's scary! Oh god! You didn't tell me!
Why would I tell you anything? Surprise!
Oh my god! What did you say that you was in New York? I'm going there! Oh my god!
Thank you for helping me. My mom was pretty surprised. I was thinking of hiding in your room, but then I feel like you might have a heart attack actually.
It is!
Look!
Thank you, Constance.
Of course, it's your favorite flower.
Yeah, thank you. It is. Thank you so much.
Of course, mom. I also bought you this.
Well, what is
It's the world famous cookie from New York.
really?
It's-
You have to
they-
brought all
they
the way
say-
over here?
Yeah, they say it's the world's best cookie.
Okay, I save it then.
Okay. What's your favorite color for orchids, by the way?
Oh, that's pretty color.
All right.
I like pink color, red color.
Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to take my mom on her perfect weekend activities, like a little date almost. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and part 2 is coming soon.